Well, the time has come. Champions League is here, and the host Glasgow City in Edinburgh get things started for 2018-19. It has been 4 seasons since they have been in the group stage, but they are back at this phase of the competition and hosts like they were in 2014, albeit this time we are at the Oriam. Opponents are Anderlecht, Belgian champions, passing Standard Liège on the first title in 20 years. To the sides for City, they'll be starting unchanged from Sunday, although they did rest a few players after being in a reasonably comfortable position at half-time against Celtic. Abby Grant scored that hat-trick against Kazigurt last year. She's top scorer with 16 goals in all competitions. Maria Ivanusa, first Champions League appearance for her for City. Lydia Kulis has some experience with Potsdam. For Anderlecht, champions as I mentioned, Patrick Vacheld is the coach who coached Standard Liège when City played them 5 seasons ago. Some scorers of note, Sarah Vinance up top, along with De Cagney and Van Kerkhoven. They will be the threats. Lola Dinavy is their captain. Referee for this one is Tanja Subotic from Slovenia. Right, stealing that one back here for Doherty. No one really got a calm bit of possession yet in the first 4 minutes, but flick from Tisson. Goal from Alexander Patterson. Kulis has time to stretch her legs. And Hamill alongside. 2 or 3 racing in now. Even this around, oh, it's a little bit loose, and Odiers has to put it behind. Not comfortable at all there, the defender and keeper, but positive in the play. And Lydia Kulis. Got a committee meeting going on with 3 Anderlecht players. Cagney's leaving it, Denevi is there. 3 players became 2. It sails over from Tafu. Not a million miles away, but the first real sighting of goal they've had. Van der Lecht. Right, and it's came off her, and Kerkhoven there, Ross. It's there in front. Doherty slides up the channel. Kulis tried to keep it in, and probably has given away the foul here, has she? On Deleuze. Oh, a bit messy there. I think trying to keep it in play to get it away up the mark, but perhaps they should have just conceded the throw, and they've conceded a free kick now. And it goes from Jackie Ayers. Oh, and it's a goal! And the Belgian champions have the lead here in the 24th minute. And the tall figure that is Van Kerkhoven, bottom of the mush pit, and heading her side into the lead. Right in, got it off Deleuze, Kerr, now Lydia Kulis. Even this is the only one in the centre, it's going to be too high for even this. Might come for Grant, he's going to hit it first time. Merkel's with the block, Crichton, it's going to go over. Bit of pace. Although the initial cross was just a little too high for even this. Grant was falling up, trying to score a similar goal as she did at I think if you think back to Kazigurt from that side, blast it in, but it was cleared away just off the line, just before the line. Decent response after going behind. 29th minute. And Ross looking to find the leveller. Near post again, looking for Patterson. Is there handball? The penalty off Van Gorp. And 5 minutes or so after conceding, they've got the chance from the penalty spot here. Flicked up off Patterson. Yellow card as well shown. Taking some age here for a ball to be set. And there's Ross. Oh, it's off the post, off the keeper. Rebound is saved. Champions League demons continue. I think everyone thought it was in, but just ricocheting away off the post. drama here. Ross in towards Patterson at the near post. Is it going to be scrambled? No, it's not. It is scrambled, but away from goal. Love goes direct to the middle. Foley ends a pass to play. Belgians have the lead. It is Glasgow City 0, Anderlecht 1. Second half then, restarting Glasgow City with a job to do. One behind, don't want to be facing a big chance of elimination before the second and third group games, because it will be very difficult to qualify unless loads of points are taken up each other in the group. Closed in well to find even a set. Space for Abbey Grant, the first 30 seconds of the second half. Twist turns but high from Abbey Grant. A good play from Kulis on even a set. There was the space found for Abbey Grant. Positive early move. By Dinnovate. Onside, that great ball from Kirkhoven, and now Van Goop. And what a moment there for Alexander. Ryan was coming in to try and tap in for number 2 on the break. A deadly break it was. That's Scotland's number 1. As I gobbled it up well. All around Tisson doing well. Duluth looking to find the delivery. Free header goes by. That's a big chance there for Tikaide. Big chance wasted. And Kirkhoven's head. And space through the middle here for Van Gorp. And that is curtains surely for the afternoon for Glasgow City. Long ball. And although it's group stage knockout football, it almost feels like, because it's very tough to lose the first game and qualify, and Adelaide have came to Thorium and have a 2-0 lead with 8 minutes left. And nothing hidden hope, which bounced through. And City need at least a couple of goals in the last 8 minutes here. Howitt. Here's Clark through goal side. Chance here for Jenna Clark. Chance gone. Is that hope's gone? Did really well to get round in the bay. Couldn't get it on target. Tiny pass, Kert. De Gorp sliding past Gerasole. Alexander with the save, and that's off the crossbar there from Van Kerkhoven, who scored the opener. And almost even worse. There's Rowie Deakey down that side just with some support. Kindly just ticking down that clock in this final minute here. Up towards Clark. Kulis. Flag stays down here for Kirsty Howitt. And it's going to go in here for even this, but it's too late. Unfortunately, you'd think 20 seconds or so left. And well, Howitt's good run. There was 3, 4, 5 getting forward. It was bound to happen, but too little, too late perhaps. It is Eunice's first goal for Glasgow City. And that is full time, and problems, big problems early in the game have developed into, is that game over for the chances of reaching the last 32? 6 points. Very difficult to get through unless points are dropped elsewhere. That's what City will be relying on, winning their 2 games that they've got left. Anderlecht threatening on the counter, got their goals first half. Ella Van Kerkhoven scoring from a good delivery in. Then Ross with a penalty hit the post in that first half a few minutes later. and then in the second half a sucker punch second. Van caught with it. There was that very last second goal from Larry when there's a first goal for Glasgow City, will end in disappointment and will be disappointing for the home crowd here. Final score, Glasgow City 1, Anderlecht 2.
Definitely not the best result that we were after. Disappointed, I think. If we had taken our chances that we had in the first half, it might have been a slightly different game, but we've given it a roll, and we'll just need to see how the other two games in the group go.
How can you use your experience to affect the next couple of games?
Yeah, it's a big week. The team that we've just played, and they've obviously got the best of us, but they now need to go on and repeat that same result in the second game. And likewise, we need to go into our second game with the experience that we've got in the dressing room and use that over the next couple of days, bring the group back together, and we'll talk about it, and we'll regroup and refocus to go again and look to get the 3 points out of the second match.
What can you do differently from today that will affect the next games?
I don't think we need to really do anything too different. We did have chances in the game. We haven't went and been dominated in that match that we couldn't have picked up the points ourselves. We're disappointed in the goals that we've lost. That's something that we'll probably need to look at in a wee bit of detail, but I think we just prepare the same way that we have, and we just need to go and take those chances when we get them.
I thought we started really well. We've pressed them quite high, we've pressed well like we've been asked, and I thought we started really well. Obviously they got the goal, so that kind of was a bit of a blow because I thought we'd done well, and we've had a couple of chances. We've had the penalty and to even it out, but second half we've went at them, we've gave it our best shot, we've worked hard right to the end and got the goal, but just unfortunately not enough.
What did the coach say to you when you come on?
He's just kind of said play my normal game, try to hold it in and get players to play off me, but no, just make runs in behind as well because they weren't the quickest. So, but nah, it's just unlucky in the end, I think.
What are you looking forward to now about the next couple of games?
Well, we've got to go and win them anyway, so we've got to go for it. Might be dependent on other results a little bit, but if we go out and win both the games, then hopefully we've got a good chance. But we just need to rest up now and prepare well for the next game.
What was the thoughts in the game, Scott?
Disappointed overall, of course, to lose the game. I felt like we started the game quite well. Passed the ball fairly well to begin with, had the majority of possession, and started to gather a little bit of momentum. However, I just felt that it sort of came to nothing in that final third. Our sort of composure around the penalty box of the opposition wasn't good enough. We had time to take a good position and make it a great position, with just a final touch to compose ourselves, to then get a shot on target. And ultimately, if you don't test the goalkeeper at this level and in a competition like this, then you're not going to take the 3 points. So that may sound quite simple, but I think ultimately in that first period we did have positions where we should have capitalised a lot more, and then after that I felt we sort of lost our confidence slightly, got stretched, started doing the wrong things, and then lost the goal from that.
Going forward then into the next game, what are you going to do to try and change the result?
Well, I mean, I think the players will be really disappointed overall in the performance, and the way that they were unable to really hurt the opposition today, and I feel that they'll have to take that on board and take it into the next game to make sure that we go about our business in a better manner, so that we are more effective as far as trying to cause the opposition problems, and hopefully that will be the case, and then ultimately we need to get the win in this game.
Can you reach the next stage?
I mean, anything's possible, because it's the first game. Ultimately we would have loved to have won this game and taken the 3 points. That hasn't happened, so now we have to concentrate on winning the next 2 games, and then we'll see how that goes.
So welcome to Ainslie Park, Glasgow City TV covering all the matches in Group 3 of the UEFA Women's Champions League after Anderlecht defeating Glasgow City. Gornik Lexna and FC Martiv, champions of Poland and Georgia, meet each other in this 4 o'clock kickoff. Early corner then for Lexan. It comes in well there from Kamsiek. It's going to be set up for a goal. And Gabriela Grzywinska gets it in the 4th minute here. And a great start for the Polish champions. Fired in, and then with some support, it was Guskiora in for Grzywinska. Bobbling around from the goal kick, and problems here. Here's Kamsiek all the way across for number 2. 6 minutes, barely on the clock, not even that. Gravoska's got it. And a frightening old start for FC Martiv. Came from the goal kick, bobbled around, and then good run in there from Kamsiek. Skiora with it, switching it out wide. It's a lovely ball in here, and that's 3-0. Kamsiek, 11 minutes, sweeping ball through. What's that celebration all about? Plenty of space and time. So much possession for the Poles. Now a switch around here. 2 or 3 getting in there. Zuniek was waiting for it at the back, and she has hammered it over the top of the keeper, the captain. Another interesting celebration. 4-0. So, first minute or so here, just over into the second half. Free kick for Gornik Lexnat, and it's in. Is it off a defender? I don't think it is. I think it's going to be Kamsiek's goal. Her second. Yeah, it did come off her. No, it's another free kick, which this time is a clever routine. Hammered across. And oh, it's a penalty here. Is it Polikina that's been penalised, perhaps? I'm not entirely sure. For a bit of a mess. Jan Lindsay was in there as well. Zuniek then scored just before half time. Roof of the net job up against Dikitar. Very comfortable here for the Polish side in space. Jidrovits picked out Daigus, and that is a super header, and that's now a hat-trick for Kamsiek. Scored 2 goals. One early in the game, one just after half time, and there is another one just a few minutes later in the 53rd minute. It's lost by Jan Lids. I think 1 or 2 perhaps looking for a free kick, but it's been switched. Zoasovska is through here, and that's going to be another penalty. Foul against Skyden. Just chopped across Zoasovska. And rolled these into the corner. Zuniek, that's her hat-trick complete. And that's another goal. It's not the best goal kicks. Header down here. Zoasovska is through, twisting and turning. It's a 3rd penalty in the second half given away by FC Martiv here. And it's another moment of errors. And the keeper did well to get the touch, almost kept it out. Zoasovska gets her goal. And, you know, very tough for Martiv, and they've got themselves under all sorts of pressure from the kick-off. Good work there. Zoasovska's found some support. Rolled across here in the centre. There's Jidrovits. Second half substitute. Daigus' ball rolled across. Again, simple passes, simple play. 1 or 2 making the run in. Keeper's got hands to it. Benny goes, another substitute, Sakura, former Medic Conan player, knows about playing Champions League football in Scotland, like 2 or 3 players in this Gurney Leicester team, and rolls it in. Goals. It's never quite looked like they're ending here, and flung forward here for Digas on the other side now. Lovely control there, super control. What a finish that is for Milena Kamziak for her 4th goal of the afternoon. May well be the best of the bunch, just for the neat skill to dink it round. Wonderful. Convincing from the Polish champions, 12 goals. They play Anderlecht, which could be a big game on Friday. Martiv take on Glasgow City.
It's match day 2 in the UEFA Women's Champions League for Glasgow City and FC Martiv, the champions of Scotland and of Georgia. Glasgow City making 3 changes to the team that lost 2-1 to Anderlecht in their opening game. Erin Clackles comes in to make her Champions League debut in goal, along with Carly Girasoli and Kirsty Howitt. FC Martiv coming off the back of a 12-0 defeat to Gornik Lexna in their opening game at Ainsley Park on Tuesday. That's a must-win game for both teams if they want to progress to the next round. Defeat today would eliminate either side. Girasoli out to Docherty. Lovely play with Coolis and Grant. Coolis gets the ball across, cleared away, and Glasgow City will have the first corner of the match. Taking shot to Grant on the corner of the box, gets past one, drives it in, and it's gone past the keeper, it's crossed the line, and Glasgow City take the lead inside 3 minutes. The short corner to the corner of the box. Glasgow City caught the defence out, and Abby Grant finds the post, finds the back of the net. Docherty picks up on the left. Time for Coolis. Nice ball into Grant on the edge of the box. Back to Docherty, looks up, gets the ball in. And Love goes for goal from the edge of the box, it's deflected. Falls for Kerr, and it's over the bar. Not resting on their laurels after taking an early lead. Sam Kerr puts the ball over the bar. Love finds Howitt. Leaves it for Kerr. Looks through the middle for Abby Grant. It's a good effort. It's saved. Cleared away. Coolis will pick up. Leaves it off for Kerr. Gets past one. Shot blocked. Howitt again. Looks out wide for Foley. Gets past one. Megan Foley gets to the byline, cuts it across, just behind Howitt. Coolis will pick up. Love. Back to Coolis. Gets it in. Header by Kirsty Howitt, it's over the bar. Howitt so close to making it 2-0. Lovely ball in from Lydia Coolis. Grant wins it back. Grant. Docherty. Back to Grant. Comes inside. Abby Grant goes for it. It's a good effort from Abby Grant. It's a phenomenal effort. And Abby Grant gets her second goal of the game. Wonderful little run from Abby Grant. And after 22 minutes, it's Glasgow City 2, Martiv 0. So Martiv free kick goes long. Headed clear. Grant picks up, lays it out for Docherty. She's got Coolis on the overlap. Docherty cuts it infield, cleared away. Laid off for Coolis. How it picks up. Grant on the edge of the box, goes for it, and it's saved by Dictar. Glasgow City have created chances. I've only taken 2 of them. Kerr drives forward, she's got Howitt ahead of her, lays it through the middle. Kirsty Howitt could be in here, and Kirsty Howitt gets the ball past Katarina Dictar. And Glasgow City go 3-0 up. Lovely incisive move by Glasgow City. And on 48 minutes, they add to their lead. And Clackers just stumbles at the last minute, gets the ball clear. Doherty, Kerr, Grant, Cunningham. Good tackle, and Skydan could be away. It's a poor pass from Alina Skydan, and Glasgow City can bring it forward now. Joe Love goes for goal, and it's in from Joe Love. Completely catches the keeper. Don't know what Katarina Dictar was thinking there. But Joe Love had to get it on target, and Glasgow City are 4-0 up. 3 in the Martiv wall. Is it off for Love? Goes for it, and it's straight into the hands of Dictar. Another good effort from Joe Love. Grant leaves it for Ross. Plays it to Grant. Back to Ross again. Goes for goal, and it curls just wide. Dictar was stretching for it. Doherty now. Cut out by Paula Keena, but she passes it straight to Sam Kerr. Picked up by Kirsty Howitt. She's going to turn, she's going to shoot, and she's going to score. Super effort again by Kirsty Howitt.
She's getting the ball in the Kirsty's feet.
She bags her 2nd of the afternoon. Glasgow City's 5th.
Well done, Kirsty. Keep looking.
Wonderful turn, wonderful shot.
Hey.
Howitt lays it off for Grant. Grant comes inside, gets it back into the box. Just can't control it, McClintock. Kerr will. Cunningham goes for it. And it's curled wide. It's a good save actually. Dictar turns it round the post from Murren Cunningham's effort. Clark finds McClintock. Kerr. Sam Kerr goes for it. It's a good effort. It's a good stop. Clark turns. Grant. Howitt tries to slip it through for Grant. Comes back to Howitt though. McClintock now. Gets past Paula Keena. Ball comes in. Might fall for Clark here. Gets the shot away, and it squirms in. Jenna Clark with her first goal for Glasgow City. 6-0. Katarina Dictar not covering herself in any glory. Kerr brings it forward. Grant. Kerr again. Looks through for Howitt. Kirsty Howitt gets a shot away. It's a good save. It's a good save by Dictar, denying Howitt a hat-trick. Clark. Grant. Foley. Gets past 1, gets past 2, Megan Foley. Into the box now, cuts it back. Kerr goes for goal. Good stop again. Clark falls in. And Dictar reacts quickest. Keeps it at 6. It's A poor pass McClintock will pick up. She's only got Howitt and Grant ahead of her. Gets past one Jordan McClintock. She's going to go for it herself. It's straight to the keeper though. Docherty brings it forward. Kerr, Howitt. Tries to feed it through for McClintock. We'll get it back to Kerr though. Cunningham. Howitt goes for it. Straight to the keeper as she spilled it. And Kirsty Howitt does get her hat-trick. The worst time to spill the ball when you're the goalkeeper. And Kirsty Howitt with a second half hat-trick for Glasgow City, 7-0 on 85 minutes. It's brought forward by Sinatashvili, looks for Skydan, this could be a chance. Girasoli gets across, clears, and that will be that. Full time, Glasgow City 7, FC Martiv 0. Grant, Howitt, Love, Howitt, Clark, and Howitt again. A hat-trick for Kirsty Howitt in the Champions League. A first goal for Jenna Clark, a first European goal for Jenna Clark. As Glasgow City put the Blues of the Anderlecht defeat behind them. Maybe the secret is playing in purple. 7-0 in their second Champions League qualifier. One more to go against Gornik Lexna, and I'm sure the City players and management will be watching keenly as Lexna play Anderlecht later today.
Firstly, happy to win the game and to score some goals. We created countless other opportunities to score. A bit wasteful at times, a little bit poor with our finishing, with our movement and arrival in the box, anticipation. But I can't say that the players didn't work really hard. Kept trying to keep the tempo high, which is important. We talked a lot about moving the ball forward and playing through their lines, and you could see clearly that we were trying to do that. And I think by starting the way we did, which was, I thought we started very well, that Martiv just decided to sit on the edge of their box, and that made it more difficult for us to then try and penetrate and get forward. But there was a problem there that we had to solve, and I think after half time we solved it better and scored some more goals in the second half.
What did you say to them at half time? They seemed to come out reinvigorated.
Well, I just think they got frustrated for maybe the second half of the first half, where we'd scored a couple of goals and then we'd had chances. It didn't quite happen for us. The opposition were sitting really deep, and that meant that we were working the ball wide, but we were just putting crosses in, and it was too easy for them to defend that. So we had to talk at half time about how we could penetrate more, and how the shape of our players on the park could help that, and they took that on board. And I felt that we did create some better opportunities in the second half, sort of down the middle and through in between the lines rather than just in the wide areas.
Kirsty Howitt got the hat-trick, of course. What was your thoughts on her performance?
Great, because it's a frustrating afternoon for long spells for Kirsty, because you don't get many touches in there. So many bodies in that central area. But it was important that she kept working, that she kept looking for the space, just dropping off a little bit and linking up with the players that were supporting, and I think she did that well and kept looking to do that. I knew that today she'd get chances to score, and I was hoping that it would be one of those games where she could get 2 or 3 goals, and it's turned out that way. She took her goals well, and could have had maybe 1 or 2 more. So no, it's good for her, because she's been a little bit unlucky in front of goal over the last few months. So I think that today was a real confidence boost for her, and we know that she can score goals. It's a case of her believing in herself, and hopefully this goes a long way to do that.
Jenna Clark got her first goal for the club today. What does that mean for her?
Great for Jenna. I mean, she's just arrived at the club really, and she's fitting in really well. She can play in a couple of positions for us that helps out, and I think she passes the ball well. I think today, when she came on, she made some really good passes, some good runs, and it was a real bonus for her to get on the score sheet. So I'm sure she'll be pleased.
Well, this could be a make or break game for the entire group. Anderlecht, if they were to win here, would be in a great position to 6 points. Gornik Lexna
3 points here would give them a good chance in that final game. Glasgow City beating Martiv earlier, unlike with this long ball. Only really half cleared though, unlike with the early pressure. Left by De Lucia for Vilzans. Van Kerkhoven's coming in, and it's a good chance there. Maybe just a little bit at a stretch there. The big, strong figure Van Kerkhoven has scored the opener against Glasgow City on Tuesday. Decent crowd in it. Ainsley Park, home of Spartans. Men's team and the women's team in the SUPERCUT. Forward it goes here for Van Gorp. Just been pushed out wide. And Kolaska has to make the stop. Just got away from Dygos there. Corner in then. My goodness me, this is a right old scramble. And oh, is there a handball there? There was a whistle, I think, from another pitch, and I wonder if it confused the Leixner defender. Keeper couldn't quite hold. Guskiora was there and kind of fell over it, and I'm sure her arm was on the ball. So just over 6 minutes of the break. Still hard fought. Cornick Leixner looking for that big chance. Spears here for Dygos now. 2-3 and into the box. Took a touch, might well be off the post. And it's Maciek! And Cornick Leixner boiling over here. They have the lead. Is it a group game changer? Still plenty of time left, but in the 39th minute, the Polish champions have the lead. Just a bit of space, and the big chance they wanted, they have. A bit scrappy. There's a touch, I think, of a bit of the post, and then bounced through. So valuable lead then for the Polish champions, and now striding their way down that channel again. Could they grab a second before half time? That would be incredible. This is good footwork. And, well, Kamchik has scored plethora of times. It's Martiv picking the ball back up. That's straight at O'Doers. Leixner just looking for out breathing space. Plenty of unlike possession. Long it goes. So Vistolska is making the run. Kamchik is there. Great support in the centre, and that was a glorious chance. They are playing on the break in the second half. Cornick Leixner and skied over Merkiers then. It's getting dicey now. 4 minutes to go. Oh, it's laid off here. Vatafu! Off the crossbar. Is it going to come for Susanna? No, it's blocked. The closest on the night of came. And you see across the stands a good crowd in. Glasgow City players are watching because they want Cornick Leixner to win by the 1 goal. Keeps them alive for winning the group. How unlucky was that Vatafu? She had time, 1 or 2 touches, it fell to her. The carry on Anderlecht. Next ball flung in, Van Kerkhoven's there. She goes over. It might be a little bit of a tussle, but far too easy. She was yellow carded in the first half, just to watch. Game over at Ainsley Park, and Cornick Leixner may well feel they've got it in their own hands. 1 or 2 maybe thought they weren't quite good enough compared to Anderlecht and Glasgow City in this group. They feel they've hung on quite a bit in the second half, towards the end especially. They know that they can get a win, a good win against Glasgow City. They will be through. City themselves know that they can get through with a win other than 1-0. Anderlecht have to hope that Glasgow City win 1-0 and they might squeak through. All sorts of permutations. The calculator will be out on Monday. Final score then: Anderlecht 0, Cornick Leixner 1.
Alina, ty mniejsza jest tam, Alina! Tam mniejsza jest!
Thank you.
Britsara! Derrière.
Well, here we are then at the Oriam in Edinburgh for match day 3 in the Youth Olympic Champions League group stage for 2018, and we are getting ready for a showdown. Calculators might be out, but the simple mathematics is that Glasgow need to win by at least 2-0 or better. 1-0 isn't enough, any other win will do. Connacht Leixna, a draw or win for them will be enough. What's 1-0 to City and another game at Ainslie Park could go through. So a bit of calculations, but it is one of those big Champions League games in the rain in Edinburgh today. To the teams for Connacht Leixna, just the one change, goalkeeper change from their terrific win against Anderlecht. Anna Polanska is back in for Claudia Koloska. It's a side which has 3-minute Connacht players previously. Two of those in Kamzik and Bulcerzak played against Glasgow City in 2014 that lost in the knockout stages. Sikora is the other who's on the bench. For City themselves, well, Donna Patterson failed a late fitness test, so she was going to come in, but a bit of a change. So the only change in the end is Lee Alexander coming in for Erin Clackers. It's a settled side who are looking to play better than what they did against Anderlecht in match day 1. So it is a big day, great crowd, plenty of support. The referee is Tanya Subotic. Coolest, good play there for Doherty. That's going to be a free kick, is it? Well, no. Play on, says the ref, and well, there was a lot of argy-bargy going on around match check, and I thought the free kick was going to come the other way, but ref said play on.
It's one of those ones you expect the foul. She's not done anything deliberately wrong, but it's a foul.
Thrown in towards Grant. Coolest, even this with the control, can't she get the turn? Scramble, here's Crichton, try to poke it in.
You see a lot of those kind of decisions in the box where the referee maybe doesn't give something and you think she should. Crichton's done brilliantly just to forget about what the referee's doing, play to the whistle, gets the shot away. It's a really good chance.
Baltazar, Grabowska away. Matsick. Shooting back with Grabowska. And the ball very tight down there with Koulis and Doherty around. Kerr. Advantage here for Abby Grant to roll, even though they're making the run. Grant still going, has the strike, but straight into the hands of Polanska. There was options left and right, but took it on herself.
It's a good counter attack, but I think Abby Grant should play in even so she's in a better position. If she plays her in 2 or 3 touches before she goes for the shot, Ivanus is going to be in the position to get a decent
problems here at the other end. Baltazar making the pass for Grosska and a little intervention challenge, which is very important because there was a space cut right open. Oh, a little slip. Can Grant profit here? She can. Amy Grant, big chance. Keeps on going. Oh, and it's taking too long, and it's going to be nonchalantly cleared away. Free kick, Koulis. Going to get a yellow card here. But the slip from Grzwinska, I think it was. And Grant just took a few seconds too long.
Yeah. I think maybe credit the defence there that they have recovered. The keeper's come out, closed the angle. They've got back across as well to block the shot when Abby Grant does eventually take it.
Kerr's flick. Space here for Grant. There's Joe Love, and there is the opening goal. 33rd minute, and Joe Love, with an experienced head, she knows how to do it in the Champions League for Glasgow City, and she's done it there, right place, right time.
That's a great work move from Glasgow City. Felt Ivanusa maybe came a bit too quickly as Grant picks up the ball, but she reacts well, and that's what's created the space in the box, because she's drawn the defender away. Joe Love's free in space, Abby Grant finds her, and it's 1-0.
Good play here, Maciek. Grabowska. Good control, and it's just wide of target. Alexander knew it was going wide of target, but Zudnek, who is one of their key forwards and does score goals for them, but wide. That was poor. Jarovska collecting it, and Maciek is there. Alexander has to make a crucial stop, and that is going over there from Baltazar. And 1 or 2 little errors in defence in the last couple of minutes for City, and that was a great pass through, and we know the threat of Kamchik. Jeanette cut out with care. Well, that's loose there. Gornetska and even though Sam Grant combine, there is green bodies back. Grant looking to try and find something perhaps. Maybe she'll cut in. Grant, it's a drive which only is into the path of Polanska.
Great ball from Ivanusa to set Grant go. It's maybe a little bit too far wide, but she's done well to cut inside and get the shot away.
Grzwinska space for Zudnek. Forward here for Zawadzowska, who's just came on. Grabowska. Alexander immediately into action inside the first 60 seconds of the second half.
Really good save from Alexander. It's a good effort as well.
Grant in a foot race with Sawinska. Grant still going here. Absolutely no support though, and whatever that was in the end didn't work out, but big chance one end, and Grant was racing away to that. Was from Ross. Wants to win that foot race. She does have a head start against Kamchik. Sure, quickly Kamchik again. Fortunate for City, the slide, the slip from Zawadzowska. Now the break. Crichton and now Koulis. Grant through the middle in big space here. Koulis trying to get it right. Here is Grant picked out. Blocking from Swinska at the right time. Here's Joe Love. Got the first pass, the seconds deflected. It's a corner. Took a deflection. Jolov almost replicating the goal against Martiv.
It's a great effort again from Joe Love. Really well worked with Koulis and Crichton to get the opportunity in the first place.
Koulis, switch of pace, switch of space. Doherty, that's a great ball here. Grant on the first time. And skies it over. You can see what she was trying to do. It was one of those that probably had to take, so it was going well by her.
Might have actually been 0-0, so could have.
That's high, and Grant winning that one in the air and going to try herself. And Ponska with the stop. A couple of players around, but Grant only ever is going to try herself. Terrific try.
And that's much more like Abby Grant. That's her second best chance of the game, and she's produced a really good stop out of the goalkeeper from it.
Well, she'll be a bit of a thorn in the side of Glasgow City in the second half for other reasons. Some theatrical falls, but Agata Gichora with her chance from the dead ball spot here to get in the level terms, but never coming down. Foley. Kerr opens the space up. And Cladner Body's keeper didn't quite hold it the first time, did Polinska, but no one in orange was there to capitalise.
A couple of question marks over the defending as well.
They're a bit out of shape. Likes the defence, trying to attack and turn here from Ivanusa. Oh, it's off the woodwork. Somehow managed to get a shot away from that tight an angle. I think one or two were thinking chance is gone, but managed to get a strike away.
Exactly what I was thinking, and when she first hits that, it looks as if it's going to nestle in the side net and the wrong side of the post, obviously. The fact that it's almost curved in behind the goalkeeper and completely caught her out. Unlucky.
Grant half thought she was foul, but play carries on with Shudenek. Oh, gets it back here, and Ross with the block in. Great play with her and Kamshik.
That's a crucial stop from Leanne Ross.
6 to play. Kerr found how it not quite the touch. Doherty. Grant against Tigers. Bounce through here for Doherty. Bounce around. Sam Kerr scored! Sam Kerr! A big goal! Less than 6 minutes to go. Is that the goal which takes Glasgow City into the last 32? What a load for Scott Booth potentially. He's 100th game in charge.
Wow. And that just goes to show you just keep going. Excellent play from Doherty. First looked like the ball maybe wouldn't fall for her. She just keeps going, gets there in the end. Ball across the box is initially well defended, but it's that second phase. Sam Kerr's there, she's alert, she's ready for it, gets on the end of it.
It's only her second goal of the season. The other one came in the League Cup in a defeat against Hibs. It's over, and there may well have been bigger wins against better teams in the Champions League for Glasgow City, but they've done this the hard way from losing in the first game to qualify, as they have been a mainstay in the last 32 for this decade. And in Scott Booth's 100th game in charge, what a feeling at the Oriam in Edinburgh to do it, and they do it late. They tend to do it late in the Champions League, and they did so through Sam Kerr, maybe an unlikely heroine for the side in orange, Stephen Bark.
Yeah, it's been a tremendous comeback. They didn't quite do themselves justice, I don't think, against Anderlecht in the first game. Since then, they've hardly put a foot wrong. Today, defensively solid. They never looked too troubled at the back. Lexington had a couple of chances. They did themselves proud as well. on the day just wasn't quite good enough, and crucially for Glasgow City they've got those 2 goals, 2 well worked goals, and the second one, there's that wee element of luck about it, the way the ball's kind of just fell for Nicola Docherty, the way that it's deflected nicely for Sam Kerr, but again they've still got to put it in the back of the net. Overall, I would say the better team won today, especially the way that Glasgow City were playing first half hour or so before they got their goal. Looking forward now, they can have a nice wee away trip somewhere in Europe.
Yes, the passports are out for Glasgow City next month in the last 32 of the UEFA Women's Champions League once again. In a group that anyone in the top 3 could have felt like they could have qualified from, it's Glasgow City who win the group the hard way, but they've got the job done. We'll see you in the last 32. Final score then at the Oran, Election 0, Glasgow City 2.
Couldn't have went any better, to be honest. That was the game plan in terms of us keeping it tight, keeping the ball, trying to draw them out of the spaces that we wanted to go into. And I think game plan's worked a treat there, and we've obviously got what we deserve in the end.
How has the Champions League experience been?
It was really nice. We didn't start our best, but it was a story of comeback.
What was your thoughts when Sam Kerr scored?
Just relief, to be honest. Obviously we'd been pushing, but then they came out in the second half and put us under a wee bit of pressure. But it was just a case of keeping our heads, sticking to the game plan, doing what we were doing, and hoping that the chances were going to keep coming, and it did. I think Sam's remained composed and took the goal really well.
Are you looking forward for anything in the next round?
Yes, we have now 1 month to prepare for the next round.
And for yourself?
Obviously, I think we're seeded now going into the last 32, so that's important for us, and hopefully we can get a good draw, a game that we're capable of competing in. But that's all we wanted out of this week in terms of topping the group and going through the last 32, so boxes have been ticked.